So I just watched AOC in Congress talking about illegal immigration and how the worst thing we can do is close our doors. We need these immigrants to work. We can't close our doors. And here's the thing that really got me. And a lot of people do this. They'll say, we're a nation of immigrants. Our ancestors are all immigrants. We're all descendants of immigrants. Ellis Island, bring us your cold and your poor and your huddled and your masses and whatever the heck it says on the Statue of Liberty. We're all descendants of immigrants. Let me just tell you something. To compare the cartel-run border, to compare people that paid smugglers and cartel to bring them over the border illegally, people that are living on the taxpayers' dime, breaking in from the southern border, that is not even remotely comparable to Ellis Island, and let me tell you exactly why. When my great-grandfather, Emilio Sansoni, by the way, his names are still on the books in Ellis Island. When my great-grandfather came into Ellis Island, he needed a health screening. He needed a sponsor in the United States. He needed a job prospect. And there's one more thing that is very, very, very important to know, and that makes it very, very different. There was no welfare state back then, okay? So he wasn't getting taxpayer-funded free health care, free food, free shelter, free child care, free legal services on the taxpayer's dime. He didn't get any of that. He was self-sufficient, he made something of himself, and he contributed to the United States of America, and he loved the United States of America and gave back to it. He added. Right now, people are taking, and I'm not blaming them, I'm blaming the people in charge that has allowed this to happen and that has incentivized people to put their lives in danger making that trek over the border. So don't you dare try to come at me with that. Don't you dare. And I know what you're going to say next. You're going to say, well, Sarah, that's why we want to give them amnesty. We want them to work. We want them to be self-sufficient. No. And let me also tell you why. We don't need hordes of unskilled workers, I'm not trying to be mean to anyone. That's what's coming over our border. Unskilled workers. We need skilled workers. We need teachers. We need police officers. We need doctors. We need nurses. That's what we need the most. We also need to help the people that are homeless and drug addicted to get off the streets. All major cities across the U.S. are ridden with homeless drug addicts. They need help. They could fill those jobs, but we don't want to help them. We're helping the people jumping across our border illegally. So no. And let me also tell you something about the work, the type of work that the majority of the people coming over the border are going for. They are lowering the wages for American workers. For instance, in New York City, a lot of the immigrants that are coming over, the illegal immigrants that are coming over, they're doing DoorDash. American citizens do DoorDash. It's a great part-time job. It's a great extra job, especially now that everything is so expensive. It's a great job to have to make some extra money. I was listening to some guy say, yeah, I used to make like $300 a day doing DoorDash, but now all of these immigrants have come and they're doing DoorDash. Now I make about $100 a day. Same with by the way, the illegal immigrants that have already been here for years, the guys that will stand outside of a Home Depot trying to look for contracting work. All of a sudden you have new arrivals who will do the same exact job for a lot cheaper. So they're missing out on work, or they're having to lower their wages to be competitive against the people that just jumped over our border. So that's the reality of the work and what's happening. An elitist like AOC and all these politicians don't seem to understand that, or maybe they're lying. I don't know.